Hi everyone, I was fooling around watching YouTube videos and forgot I had poured resin, so we need to get a wiggle on it. It's at 37 degrees Celsius. It is Jade Diction 1-to-1 Professional Series resin. It is a little thicker than their regular resin, which is why I like it for blooms. Today I'm doing a Fireworks bloom combination. I want to do Fireworks in the center and then the bloom type on the outside. I am going to have to push it around a little bit because my resin is so thick because it got so warm, and I'm hoping we don't have any blooming issues because of the temperature of the resin. Sometimes if your resin is too warm, it cures too fast for your bloom to bloom. So you do have to watch that. Can't be too cold, can't be too hot. All right, I'm going to put about 1 ounce of resin in this cup for my white. Oops, I'm gonna make a huge mess because I'm trying to rush. That's okay, we can clean it up. All right, here I go. Just so it doesn't harden any on me, I got my Pampers baby wipe and I'm just gonna clean it up real quick. Sorry about that. I'm a little messy today. That happens when I'm in a hurry. Hopefully I use a little patience on my bloom because you really do have to. All right, I'm using Cast and Craft, a pigment concentrate, and I have probably a little over 1 ounce, so I am going to do 9 drops. All right, last drop going in. Yeah, it goes super slow. It probably warmed up a degree while I was waiting for it to come out. All right, and here's our white. I need to mix it just a little bit more. All right, I got that mixed. Let's go ahead and get our alcohol inks in so they can move around. So I'm using Octopus Fluids Berry Juice and Octopus Fluids Navy. They are both alcohol inks. Sometimes I'll use regular inks if I'm doing my flowers and I know they're going to sit in the sun. The inks are going to move a little slower because the resin is so thick. That's okay. That is okie dokie. All right. Now we got to get our white into our piping bag. I use 6-ounce cups, an 8-inch piping bag. The mold isn't very big, so I'm hoping we don't have a curing problem with the temperature. If I was doing a tray, I probably would change my design and not do a bloom because of the temperature. I think my hands are sticky because I've been spilling it everywhere. All right. Try to wipe it off before I grab my scissors. I'm going to cut a tiny tip in the top. Oops. I'm actually going to cut the bottom of this bag off. Sometimes it can be hard to hold if you have too much bag at the bottom. All right, now let's see what we got going on here. Starting my dotting. I just want to stand up and take a look and see if I've got a good center going. I might need maybe, let's do another round of bigger dots. Hopefully my resin's not too warm so it becomes blobby. All right, now next, I am going to do a little bit different of a design. And it's basically an S. So I'm gonna start in the one corner and go in. Start at the one corner and go in. Turned that one a little too much, didn't I? Oh, I did that one opposite, didn't I? Oh no. That's okay. We will fix that by going opposite. That will take care of that. Let's just start in here. Start in here. Hopefully we can make that look natural. Because we do need more lines. Like that wasn't going to be enough for us anyway. Just making a little different now. Now I need something here to fill that space. Basically just wavy lines to fill spaces. Now this one's a little different, so I had to just fill the spaces. Oh, I see this is a little blobby. Let's give that a pull. Filling spaces. All right, let's look at it. I want to give this one a little pull because I do see a blobby. See any other blobbies we need to pull? When you pick up the piping bag, you do tend to get more opportunities for blobbies. All right. Now, let's see, do I want to do more? Back and forth, back and forth. You know what? I'm going to let it go like it is. I do think I could possibly add some more white at the top here with these. Oops, my white is so heavy it doesn't want to come out, so it's going to start causing me some issues. I just want a lot of petals, and adding some of these additional lines in some of our blank spaces will give me that. All right, and then I'm looking at my center here, and it looks like this row of dots I might have done too far out. So I'm gonna go through and just add a few more. Just because I have so much white left, I might as well use it all, right? I'm just going to look for spots where it looks like I could use a little more white. I want to try to make sure to not do it on top of other dots though, because that can make it blobby. I am one person, I do not like blobbies at all. So I'll do anything to avoid blobbies. All right, that's it. We've got our design in. Now we just have to wait for it to cure. I'm going to go through again and look to make sure I don't see anything that's screaming blobby to me. Maybe this one still I don't like very much. All right, we will come back because most likely I'm going to do something different for the backing. If I just do a solid back, then we won't come back and look at it. I'll see you then. All right, it's been about 6 hours. We're back to put the back on this. I mixed up 3 ounces of resin. The first ounce I put Laura's Art Corner Deep Blue Hyacinth. And I just love this blue. I really want the back to be a little bit darker. I'd like blue around the edges, so that's what I'm going for. In the next bit, I put Octopus Fluids Resin Ink Navy, and in the next bit, I put the berry juice. Now, I do need to start the pour out with the transparent, so I'm gonna pour a bit in the center. I actually probably could just pour it all, make it an easy pour. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Make this a super easy pour. When you have these thinner molds, it's sometimes hard to alternate the colors well enough that you get all the colors to look right. This, I'd like the blue to go out to the edge. We'll see how that works. And then we'll have the berry that will give it just a little bit more of a push out to the edge. So we alternated the transparents around the mica powder. And hopefully I didn't fill it too far, that I can do this final push. Looks like we're okay. I might have had a little too much, but no, that looks like it's gonna fill okay. I don't look like I'm gonna get any over the top, which is good. At this point, you can use your torch to get out any bubbles because we did just pour that in and I did it from a higher level so it would push. So you tend to get some bubbles. All right, we'll be back when this is ready to unmold. All right, we're back to see how this came out, whether our backing was the right colors. Colors. All right. Oh, wow, look at that. So pretty. Came out gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.